Is up, everyone? This is the Oklahoma Prepper, and I almost did not decide if I was going to go live or not. So bear with me. I apologize. I've had a headache all day, so I look like death. I'm even home, so I don't have any of my camera gear, my tripod. What a surprise! So today we're going to talk about preparing or prepping for disaster. What is up, Hawaii volcano? So today we're going to talk about a little bit about prepping for disaster and what to do, what kind of stuff to, prep for, exactly what prepping essentials to take. I was not even ready to go live, so I have nothing set up. So, hey, Oily. All right, so today we're going to talk about prepping for a natural disaster, any disaster really, just basically how to get started prepping. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? I don't know. I look like horrible crap. Ooh. Anyways, okay. Alright, cool. So, the first thing we want to do is we want to really talk about water storage and water. Basically, water is the first thing we want to talk about. When we talk about prepping, we always, want to make sure we have enough food, water, and other supplies to last an X amount of time. When we talk about storing water, we don't necessarily talk about when you talk about storing water, we usually talk about consuming that water, just water for drinking. We usually don't talk about I don't know, using it to cook with, showering, cleaning, or anything like that. So when we talk about storing water for an SHTF situation, you always want to keep in mind that some of that water is going to go into food preparation as well. So another thing that I wanted to discuss and mention about this is when you are storing water for long term, that water has to be maintained and kept from going bad. And one way of doing that is by adding bleach to your water. That is a very it is a very important step into maintaining your water. For each there is a table. I haven't really gotten hold of it, and I haven't really messed with it too much. But there's actually a table of measurement for exactly how much bleach goes into how much water. For example, I think a gallon of bleach is like 2 drops, or a gallon of water is like 2 drops of bleach, I believe. I don't remember. But so another thing, 1 gallon, getting a 1 gallon SS water distiller. Hey, that would be amazing. Water distiller, it would be so much. Uh, it would be so awesome to have. I mean, you get so much good water out of just anything, and people don't realize. A lot of people don't realize that they can distill water. They can distill water, and it's actually a lot easier than having to go. Uh, Having to fight for looking for any decent water to drink. So with water distiller, you can you can basically distill your own water from any water you can find. So that's always something that's good to have. I apologize, guys. I've had a headache all day. So um, let's see. Another thing we want to talk about is we've gone over water. We want to talk about food. Depending on where you're at, if you live in a city or if you are out in the country, that's going to determine whether or not food is going to be a lot easier to come by. So, let me see if I can. No, I don't want to stop live stream. Okay, hang on 1 second. Okay, anyways, so that is going to determine whether or not, whether you live in the country or in a suburban area or a city. It's going to determine whether or not food is going to be a lot easier to come by. Some of the things you want to consider if you're storing water for or storing food for a long term in a city in a city setting is you really want to consider only storing enough to get you out of town. If you have a bug out location, rally point, somewhere out in the country away from the city, so that you can kind of get out away from the situation. When you're storing food long term in a if you plan on staying where you're at, so for example, if you're in a country setting and you have a lot of food storage, you want to always protect that food storage from any critters that's going to get in and get a hold of your food and either destroying it or eating it. Another thing is you want to make sure that your food uh, is not or doesn't go bad, is not going to go bad or does not go bad, because one thing that while you're in a SHTF situation, the last thing you want is food poisoning, and in some cases that can kill you. So, so be sure to check your food at all times and really make sure that they are uh, still in uh, good shape and are not are not going bad or will not go bad. I apologize, guys. I'm just out of it today. Um, let's see what else. We talked about water and storage and food and storage. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know if any of you guys seen that video that I did the other night, um, with um, um, Wise Foods. I did a opening and a review of what the Wise Food stuff, and that to me just wasn't very good. So, um, oh, oh man, hunger's horrible. Yeah. So, um, another thing that I wanted to talk about is you can actually make your own food for storage. You can take anything that you're gonna make. For example, if you're gonna make some chili, make a bunch of it and dehydrate leftovers so that you can you can use it for um, a dehydrated meal. All you have to do is add warm water to it, and it's done. Um, you can do that with just about anything. I've seen people do that with spaghetti. Hey, BC truck. I've seen people do that with spaghetti. Um, hang on one second. Can you bring me a soda water? Yeah. And if you can, some juice.
It's too late for that.
Okay. Anyways, so what was I even talking about? Oh, dehydrating for, um, dehydrating your leftovers meals is a great way not only to um, uh, save money and save food, but it's also a great way to kind of uh, I don't know, kind of prepare stuff for. I mean, and your food is going to be good. Um, so all you have to do is just add water to it and rehydrate it. So, yes, I am feeling like horrible today. Sorry, guys. I don't have my tripod. I don't have any of my camera gear. I don't have my desk. Nothing. So, this is how y'all are going to get me today. Um, Oily says, today is the first day I have gone shopping for necessities in a month and a half. So grateful I prepped. That is a great thing, Oily, is to not have to worry about going shopping all the time for anything. Uh, and it's not about hoarding. It's not about stocking up. It's not about being selfish. It's about preparing for something, for when something happens. Uh, Somebody I saw a while back that somebody was accused of being selfish and hoarding and pretty much, just being greedy because they stocked up a lot of stuff and was prepping. Um, and that just kind of, I had to think about it for a minute and wonder how could someone be like that? Like how could someone sit and you know so oblivious um, to uh, to the world. I mean, really sit and think that that is being selfish and um, hoarding when all you're doing is trying to get through the tough times for you and your family. So um, Yeah, um, oily. I can't remember what it was. It was a little girl, I believe, that went to school and told her teacher or something, or told someone that their family was a prepper, and they they got teased about it, and apparently that's what they were accused of being, is selfish and greedy because they prepped for an SHTF situation. So um, another thing, let's say we've gone over food and water preparation and storage. Um, let's talk about some of the other essentials that you'll need. Electricity, for example. Let's talk about prepping and how to get electricity. We know several ways of getting electricity. Plug into the wall. It's not that easy though. Um, the one in a SHTF situation, when power is going to go out, we need um, we need some source of generating electricity without using any fuel. Uh, hey, Southern Arc, how are you? Welcome to chat. We will need some way of uh, generating our own electricity, and one way for that is to create solar panels or use wind power. Um, Boy Volcano says, one time somebody saw that I had 3 cases of mac and cheese and accused me of hoarding. That is awesome. I don't know about that, Hawaii. That's awesome though. We got a wind generator, but need to put it up. Not sure when hubby will get around to it. Um, yeah, that as long as you at least have it, you know, oily. I mean, it's not doing any good on the ground, but get with me and send me the information on that because I've been looking at getting a wind generator, a wind turbine. Um, you can actually get some small kits. Oh, he did. Congratulations, Oily. He ran his first load today. Congratulations, and I'm happy for you guys. I bet that's a big relief, stress relief, isn't it? Um, so, you can actually get a solar panel kit from Harbor Freight. It's about $150. Um, and You got this one free. The oilfield company was going to trash it. Nothing wrong with it. Heck yeah, that is awesome. Exactly. You need the money for preps. Um, so you can actually get a really, really good 100 watt solar panel kit for about $150 or $190. I can't remember, from Harbor Freight Tools. So I've looked at them, and they come with 4 25-watt solar panels, a battery, a charge controller. I believe it comes with an inverter as well. I have to look. They come with some LED lights, and they I've actually seen them uh, running a small window unit air conditioner off of the solar alone, and that is one beast of a solar panel kit for the price. So, you know, one thing that uh, is always available to you is either sun or wind. So um, it's something you can always keep in mind that you can count on. Okay, Southern Arc Homestead says no, it doesn't come with the battery, charge controller, or inverted. Not the one for $150. You know, a lot of people have been confused about that because the one here at my Harbor Freight has all that. I know it comes with a battery. If they were open, I would just go over and check them out real quick. But let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think it does. I think it is an area thing. Hey, Wee Tree. Let's see. A 100-watt solar panel kit, 189. And what's actually really good about this kit is it is absolutely powerful. Um, Even in low light conditions, you're still getting full generating power from uh, from the kit. So it's really something that's really well worth it. Okay, so this one. Okay, where's that? Okay. It has the power inverter, but it does not have the battery. Okay. And the charge controller. So, um, okay, so yeah, I'm horrible today, guys. Willie, if you've seen my other chats, you know this is not how I'm running chat now. So, anyways, okay, so there's several ways to getting energy, and two of the easiest ways is really solar panel or wind turbines. And the best thing with solar panels is um, you really all you have to do is set it and pretty much forget it. There's a little bit of maintenance with it. You do have to somewhat maintain your solar system, and it can be expensive. In fact, I've priced solar kits for over $1,000 uh, per panel, at least. And there are Oily, you mentioned earlier solar panel roof tiles, and that is a thing from Tesla that apparently are supposed to. It is supposed to be just as the cost is actually supposed to be the same as a regular roof. So there is that, and that is apparently supposed to be really cheap. So I don't know. I've never re-roofed a house or never paid someone to re-roof a house, so I really don't know how much it costs to do that. So another thing, should withstand hail like we get here. Yes, every every time it rains or every time we get a storm, we get some horrible hail, and they should replace it. They will replace it, or they. Okay, yes, Tesla should withstand hail like we get here, and if they break, they will replace it free. Um, the question I have about those for the roof is the size of hail in Oklahoma. We get lots of hail. We tree. Um, Oily says we have a metal roof now, so I can't see hubby going for it right now, but one day. Yes, Oily, one day would be amazing. Um, we tree. I am not so sure about that. Um, I'm actually thinking about going to get build a what I don't remember what it's called. I'm gonna call it a power. I think they're called water boxes, um, or a power box or solar box. I can't remember. Something I saw on Facebook where it's a small shipping container. I think it's like a 5 foot wide shipping container section of a shipping container that is used for holding water, solar panel kits, and wind turbines, and that's used um, in big disaster areas like hurricane areas. That are designed to be able to help people um, in mass tragedy situations like hurricane or earthquake or tsunami. Um, and right now, I believe the only thing that they're used for right now is that for that reason. And now I believe they're going to be sold um, to the general public. So they set up 2 baseball-sized hail. Um, a few years ago in North Texas, I think it was in Dallas area, they got hit with, I want to say, softball-sized hail, and or bigger, and it destroyed vehicles. It destroyed houses. It destroyed vehicles. It destroyed roofs. I mean, there was holes in roofs from the hail. Let's see, anything for Oklahoma has to have all their bases covered. Yes, you're right. Um, it is ridiculous. Um, um, like, I mean, honestly, um, I think the only thing that would surprise me if we got a freaking volcano. That's the only thing that would surprise me. Yeah. Let's see. Grand solar minimum means we could be heading into mini ice age. Yeah. Hawaii. I've been seeing stuff about that, and I'm not entirely. Um, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me either. So. I don't remember. All right, so as far as solar panels, I do. I do. I do recommend getting a solar panel kit and possibly a wind turbine kit. And actually, coming up shortly here soon, I'm going to be doing a build, um, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me as well. I'm gonna make a uh, wind turbine out of a alternator and some type of um, fan blade. Not sure exactly how, or if I will just make my own. But that's something that you guys are going to be in there too. So so um, I will take you guys on that journey with me as well. And I think I'm going to cut off right there. So um, we've got food, water, and electrical covered up. So I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and I'm having trouble focusing because of my headache. So I'm gonna go ahead and um, end the subject right there. But we will continue in chat and have a conversation about um, all the stuff that we converse about. Yes, I'm so sick of having headaches, and Orly, I know you have them too. So I think my computer is frozen right now. Hmm. Yeah, Oily. My computer's froze. Mm. Well, I guess I will just set that down. Uh, oh my goodness. It has been a day. Horrible, horrible headaches. Not fun at all. I was able to take some ibuprofen 800 and 800 milligram ibuprofen, and that's what. I look horrible. I look so freaking horrible. And that's what got it for me finally. Um, so, but Hawaii, let's see. Still, I agree. We tree. Just learning to roll with it. Um, oh, I do not look just fine. You're just being nice, Oily, because I'm looking at myself and I look so freaking horrible. I look like I'm death wormed over. But anyways, what's up with that? I think he did. I think they did, Oily. Because I only have 3 people watching. But anyways, So is Hawaii still in here? Hawaii, if you're in here, what other stuff about that ice age have you heard? It's gonna be what in the next 20 years, possibly. So many are sick right now. Yes, oily. You're right. Luckily, other than the headache, this is the only thing that I've had. Um, I was lucky enough to not be so sick. Just that one few days, and every once in a while, I still have a cough. Okay, go to suspicious observers on YouTube. All right, I will check those out. Boneset tea works. I will have to try that as well, Weetree. I would have. I would just love to see some precipitation here in western Oklahoma. It is so dry around 4 months without any measurable precip. Um, yes, oily. We are in a horrible drought, and people don't realize that. Um, Especially in the wintertime, they don't take it into consideration. They don't take it into consideration that um, because it's winter, it doesn't matter. We are in a very heavy drought, and we are there are wildfires being fought daily where I live. Um, Several of them, and another thing is I posted in a couple of Facebook groups. Excuse me. Um, that the people have been using um, heat lamps to keep their animals in the barns a little bit warmer. Try to help them get through the night, the cold nights, and those heat lamps. Of course, those things are very dangerous, and they they've actually been catching fire and destroying the chicken coops and uh, uh, killing all the animals. And a lot of people, one person got mad at me and said something about, oh, well, if you don't like your job, don't do it. I love my job. I just hate having to go out on fires where it's something, something like negligence. Uh, Somebody so negligent that, uh, it could have been avoided. And, you know, the deal is your animals are wild animals. Um, um, Wild animals are survive every winter, and your animals are no different. They may, a lot of people really um, take a lot of care of their animals, and what I mean by that is they, you know, keep them cool in the summer and warm in the winter, but that will actually cause them to not acclimate properly to the weather, to their lifestyle. So, people that have heating pads and stuff, heating lamps and stuff on their in their chicken coops. Um, People uh, are not allowing the animals to acclimate to the winter and summer. So, in doing so, they've already, using those heat lamps, caught their chicken coop on fire, which could possibly, burn something else down, and you have a huge chain reaction. And now you've got a wildfire, or even you've started a house fire or something with a heating lamp. So heating lamps are horrible. We just stack hay around the coop to. Uh, Sorry guys, my computer still froze. I'm gonna have to reset it. I hate doing that. So yeah, the lighting in here is not great. So, I am still waiting on my. At least you have the ball rolling with things in Hawaii. I'm still waiting on my big surprise to get here. Yeah. Uh, we had some issues with the debit card, so that set us back a couple of days. So yeah, we had some issues with the debit card when they went to process the payment. Um, we get a phone call a couple of weeks later that there was an issue. So we called the bank, made sure that to see if there was even an attempt at that payment being taken out, and there was like no attempt. So we called the people and said, hey, there's not even an attempt at um, you guys swiping the card, and it turned out they had the entirely wrong card information. Like, not one of the numbers matched. So we don't know how that happened. Yeah, so um, that was 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks later, and here it is, another 2 or 3 weeks later. This computer is aggravating. That is awesome, We Tree. I haven't been on Steam in a while. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like those surveillance videos in the offices where people go nuts and destroy their freaking computers. Like I would, like if it was, it's a laptop, so I can't pick up the keyboard and slam it across the screen. But yeah, that's definitely me. Office space printer scene, yeah. So, Did anybody else see that? Uh, there was a riot right after the Super Bowl, and people just started destroying their town just because I guess they won the Super Bowl. I mean, it's like we like really. Um, we tree. I know. Now you gotta push the button with force. You know, we oily. It really doesn't matter if they had to pay for that with their own or out of their own pocket. What's up, Iva K? Um, we tree if they did have to pay for that stuff out of their own pocket, I really don't think it would matter because they would just destroy it and not pay for it. So, because that's the kind of people that have no regard to anything else, other people's property, that they have no regard for anything other than themselves. So, I really don't think that would be something that would change. So, I'm looking at something on MSN.com. Apparently, we had an asteroid pass by us during the Super Bowl on Sunday, and we are going to have another one pass um, by us. Let's see, on Friday. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. We treat yes. I have another space rock. I didn't even know there was one that even passed, and I just now turned on my computer and saw that they're saying, "Oh, we get another asteroid set." Let's see, what does it say? Asteroid set to make a rare close pass by Earth on Friday. So they say they can start fires from some space rocks. Wheat tree? Or avocado? I think that's not a space rock. I think that's a big old frozen ball of poopy. Hey, what's up, Tommy? Pooroid. It's not an asteroid, that's a pooroid. Let's see. Asteroids. Putting up fence meant we had to down a few trees and cut some serious branches. Um, I am seriously considering putting up a new fence, but I'm not quite sure if I want to do a fence or if I want to put up some privacy trees, privacy shrubs. I'm not quite sure what to do. Alright, guys, I think I'm going to call it. Some is quite costly. Yes, okay. I agree. The issue with planting trees and shrubs is the fire potential, and that's exactly why I'm on the fence about it. You see what I did there? That's exactly why I'm on the fence about it. Wheat tree is because I'm not so sure that I want to have a um, but it's not going to be like right close to my house. It's going to be a privacy fence really around the property along the road. So it's not going to be really close to my house. But at the same time, um, I don't know. I still don't want that chance because um, I don't know yet. You're right. Weed treat does prevent the fire departments from getting any closer. Um, but at the same time, so does having a privacy fence around your property. So yeah, I agree. Wee tree. It's gonna be a. It's gonna be a kind of a hindrance for emergency services crews. I'm thinking about that as well, but I don't know. We'll see. What kind of invasive trees and stuff do y'all have over there, Hawaii? Don't y'all have bamboo? You can get a good fence post auger at Harbor Freight for about, I think they're about $30. Hmm. Yeah, Oily, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna shut it down. Um, no Harbor Freight on the Big Island. That's a shame, Hawaii. Um, but I want to thank you guys for coming out and chatting with me and putting up with me. I appreciate it. You guys have fun. Hope everything works out for every one of you guys. We'll all be praying for you guys and thinking about y'all. Um, so thanks for watching. Um, everybody, stay safe and keep prepping.